Hi friends, I have a box. And this isn't any regular old box. This is a pen stationery swap box from Karyna. So if you don't know, Karyna loves to plan and I did a swap. You can check out the video on her channel of what I sent her. This is what she sent me. Karyna and I, this is our second swap together. We had so much fun earlier in the year. She and I have become really good friends. We talk fountain pens every day for pretty much the last year, and until recently when I joined Simona's fountain pen Discord, she was my only fountain pen friend. So we've had a lot to talk about over the course of the last year, and it's fun to do a swap. So let's see what we got. Usually our rules... Oh, Karyna! Ah! I love it. Should I start with the note? I mean, I probably should start with the note. Okay, sorry. I'm like totally spoiling things. So here's a Happy Mail. Let's open the note, although probably if there's anything outside of the note, I'm just gonna read the note myself. Ooh, we got some stickers. I'm gonna pause, read the note, and I will be back. The note was incredibly sweet, but one of my favorite things about sending Happy Mail in this community is labeling what ink you used. I also did that, I'm pretty sure, or at least I did on some Happy Mail I sent this week, and that's a delight. So if you didn't know, Karyna has a sticker shop where she sells stickers based on art that she's done herself. Some of it is digital and some of it is physical painting. This is like kind of a combo, but the flowers were physically painted and then scanned and then arranged for this K. We'll have to find a good place for this K. She and I have great K action together. Oh, and some freebies. I never get the freebies because I usually buy her stuff digitally. So it's fun to get some of these that aren't usually available to me. These are from a recent collection, the poppies and the painted pumpkins. Both of these were like painted with watercolor ink. Oh, and some vinyls. We got Crap Crappity Crap, always useful. I saw, and I made it awkward, also true. And then our personal mantras, never too much ink. And then, oh, I've got some stuff for my upcoming planner, some like monthlies, and this fun handwritten fun, I think. And yes, the pumpkins. We will use the pumpkins. They turned out really beautifully. And then the swatches. And some of these are from another shop. This is from The Giving Girl. I actually have a kit from Planners Anonymous that this will match very nicely. And some little freebies. Those are so fun. Ooh, look at this foiled. Oh my gosh, my sister has rabbits. Ugh, so cute. I might have to pass that on to her. Ah, she's gonna love that. I love it too. Awesome, some stickers. We got an Atlas Stationers journaling card. Fun, 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 fun. Oh my gosh. I'm just like sitting here freaking out. Let's do the easy to deal with things. There's some washi, some nice wide washi. I love this one in particular. They're both beautiful. I think this one has, I was gonna say they're lemons, but now I'm not sure if they're lemons or croissants. I think they're lemons, but they could be croissants. Vote in the comments which you think they should be. I think it can go either way. And then this is beautiful as well. I love the gold foil on it. Okay, let's focus. Focus, Katie. I have been carefully resisting this because I'm a big fan of not buying things if you don't need them, but I really wanted it. This beautiful botanical illustration. This is from Hobonichi, and this is an A6 notebook, which I like because it's plain. Don't really need to be opening it, but I'm going to anyway. There we go. And then it's got the grid in it. I think this might be my first ever Hobonichi product. I realize that makes me very odd in the planner world that I circle. But I don't think I have any. It's beautiful. The illustration is so gorgeous, and A6 is such a delightful size. I'll have to find a use for that. I don't know what yet. Okay, I'm dying to know what's in this Etcher envelope, because Etcher makes some fancy stuff. Oh, watercolor paper. This is hilarious. I also sent her watercolor paper swatches. So she and I are in the same, so this one's 100% cotton. This one's 50. I'll be curious to try that. I don't have any, I have 0% cotton and 100% cotton, but I've never tried 50. And then some hot press. And, oh, this is a sketch. Okay, so this is the difference between the Etcher sketchbook and the Perfect sketchbook, which are like two different lines that they have. Sorry if you're not deep in the watercolor paper rabbit hole, but I am, and that's really cool. I have thought about buying their notebooks a lot. They're a little on the pricey side, so having a sampler is huge. I didn't talk about this, but we got a pen sleeve, and pen sleeves are always handy. I don't know where this one's from. OH, made in Germany. I actually brought a pen with me to work today, which is very uncommon. A non-Jinhao 82 pen with me to work today, which is very uncommon, and this is what pen sleeves are for. All right, I got some inks. So we'll have to get my swatching set up, but we got some good choices. So this is a Ferris wheel press. I can already tell the color balance for today is bad because this reads blue on screen, and allow me to assure you it is teal. Teal is such a hard ink to do. So we got those. They come in the tiny glass chargers, which I think even will fit in my storage solution, which is really nice. And then a couple. So we got the Pelikan Edelstein Rose Quartz, which was the gift ink at the Pelikan Hubs, which she went to, and I did not, so it'll be fun to try. Diamine Inkvent Olive Swirl. Ooh, I don't have that many shimmery inks, but I finally have. Historically, my pens have been too fine and too dry, but I finally have some that I think it will work really well in. So I don't know what pen I'm going to put that in, but I'm very excited. I love a good olive color. And then, oh yes, we talked about this. Dominant Industry Autumn Forest. Yeah, she's been obsessed with this lately. It's like, I think it's also kind of an olive green, but with like rose gold shimmer. That's awesome. We'll have to swatch them here in a minute. And then the Inkvent colors, not Inkvent. It's Inkvent time of year. Not quite, but it's definitely on the mind these days. the chargers from Ferris Wheel Press. I don't have a ton of Ferris Wheel Press experience, but they do make some really beautiful colors. Oh, this is pretty recent because it's got the Majestic Maple Syrup, which, great name, and the Cabernet on the Lake. I love a good burgundy. She said she thought I would like putting that in my Banu for Christmas, and I think she is going to be right. I love like a good wine kind of color. And then Hampton Harbor Sage, always pro green. She said she thought I might like painting with them. I have a feeling a couple of them might be a little on the light side, but I do like to paint. So let me get organized and we'll come back. All right, this is my mess around paper. It's a take a note from 2021. It's got Tomoe River 68 GSM paper, old stock, and I just use it for stuff, you know, the things like one does. I'm also going to use this Sailor Hokoro with a fine nib. And crap, my Kakimori nib is in the bathroom because I used it yesterday and I washed it off. All right, I've got my steel Kakimori nib in my, we'll take a minute to admire this beautiful dip pen holder, Yurishi Rodin dip pen holder, which was one of the things I bought this year. We will do a what I bought in my low buy year. This is going to be one of them. Part of what makes it one of them is that it's not a fountain pen, and I didn't count it. I did buy it though. All right, let's start with the Pelikan Rose Quartz. So this is always read quite light, which it is, but I'm curious to see what it's like to write with. I know, I don't think we're not doing any teal, so we should be okay. I don't feel like spending a ton of time color correcting these video clips. I do that when I do custom inks, which I think I have a video that I will link to of the custom inks that I made Karyna for our swap. I worked really hard on trying to get the color for that representative. This one I'm going to try a little, but it's worth checking swatches elsewhere if you're interested in any of these colors. My reactions are genuine, the color balance may not be. So this is, I've got too many things on my desk and now my head's hitting the camera. I can't take me anywhere. So this is the Pelikan Edelstein Rose Quartz. This is not as light as I was afraid it would be. That's why I'm doing it with the fine Hokoro nib, is because I want to see what it's like to actually write in like fine and extra fine, which tends to be mine. But this is, I mean, it's not dark by any means, but this strikes me as like totally legible if you've got a wet and a feed. So yeah, I don't put that outside the realm of possibility of doing more than just painting with it. Awesome. I don't actually have as many pinks as you might think, and I do like pink. Let's see, let's do Olive Swirl. So there's definitely shimmer at the bottom, but I can't entirely tell what color shimmer it is. So I guess we will find out. Greens are my like go-to ink color. Like when all else fails, green. I always love a good green, and I don't have anything quite that olivey. So this is Diamine Olive Swirl, and we'll have to see what the shimmer is like when it dries. But when after I've swatched all these, I'll pull out my swatch book and we can kind of compare what it looks like. I don't think I have anything quite that kind of shade, and definitely not with shimmer in it, which is starting to come through. I think it's green shimmer. I I think it's green shimmer. Am I on screen? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. I think there's starting to be more inks where the shimmer is more than just like a metallic color, like it's a color. And I think that's really fun. It can add a really cool dimension to things. Sometimes it just like adds to the same kind of color, which I think is fun, and sometimes it can be, I think like this next one, a real contrast. I mean, this one's going to be rose gold, I think, but I think it can add a really cool contrast as well, and I like both kinds. Oh no, there we go. This nib holder is lovely, but it's a little wide. So there, much bluer, a little desaturated, super functional for me, who loves green ink. Desaturated green ink is my jam. Desaturated purple ink, also my jam. Desaturated other colors, all my jam. You know what my jam really is? My jam is ink. Spoiler alert. Ink samples. I have problems committing to bottles, but man, do I love an ink sample. All right, this is Dominant Industry Autumn Forest. Yeah, rose gold shimmer in it is really kind of a fun effect. Hopefully you can see it. And then yes, definitely green shimmer in the olive swirl. Fun, fun, fun. All right, I think next are the Ferris wheel press chargers. Let's see. I think they're gonna fit my sample holder here. Ooh, let's leave the red one for the last one. Let's do. Okay, so they're all shimmer inks. This one is the Majestic Maple. These are 5 ml samples, chargers. They have, Ferris Wheel Press has the most beautiful packaging. They really do. The graphic design is on point. There seems to be quite a lot of shimmer in this. It makes me miss, I work in a chemistry lab in my day job, and we have like machines for like vortexing, which probably I wouldn't do to ink, but also like just shaking, inverting, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And this makes me miss it. I think I'm bored now of doing this on camera, and it seems like there is no shortage of shimmer in here. Let's see if I can get this bottle open. Good old shelf liner. Is it a screw cap? It's gotta be, right? No one in their right mind wouldn't have a screw on this cap. Oh, there's like a gasket kind of thing. Interesting. As you can tell, this is my first one. So here's Majestic Maple. I'm going to be shocked if that's legible in a pen this fine. But we'll give it a go. This is why we swatch. We find out. Will this fit? Yes, as long as it's full. This is Ferris Wheel Press. It's not as bad as I feared in terms of the lightness. I don't think I'm spelling majestic right. Majestic Maple. I mean, the shimmer in that is really beautiful. I gotta find a painting application for that, or the other thing I would be glad to do is just add like a hint of another brown ink that I have, because I don't have any brown shimmering inks. Add a little, just a little touch of a darker brown ink in it, and maybe push it. It's not far. It wouldn't need to go far. It might not need to go anywhere at all. Depending on the flow of an individual pen. I'm also not above putting white lightning in things too, if that helps with the flow situation, which sometimes for Ferris wheel press. All right, this one didn't take nearly as long to get all the shimmer in. So let's see. I think we're gonna have a theme here, and that's fine with me. I love the greens. Oh, okay. So this is bluer than the other two. A lot bluer than Olive Swirl, obviously. But kind of on the seafoamy sort of spectrum. I don't remember what this one's called. Hampton Harbor Sage. Very Canadian spelling of harbor, for those keeping track at home. If I spell it wrong, you'll know why. Oh, those extra U's. I mean, only one in this particular word. It's hard to fill the time while you're swatching, and if I talked less, I could cut around it, but what I tend to do is talk, but at a slow pace, and then have to figure out how to edit it afterwards. I love this ink. This is beautiful. Hampton Harbor Sage. Beautiful. And then in a pen with some good flow. Yeah, I might have to. Oh, that would look amazing in my Esterbrook Estie. Right? Yeah. Sold. Sure, there's other ink in there at the moment. I think there's purple in there, which does not match at all, but things don't have to match. They can. It's fun when they do, but they don't have to. And then here is the Cabernet on the Lake. I mean, sign me up for that experience. Like, that sounds like I wouldn't want to travel to wherever this is happening due to weather concerns, but I would love to be in a cabin overlooking a frozen lake, snow everywhere, drinking wine. That's like a kind of fantasy, just painting landscapes, being cozy. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, that's my color. If you couldn't tell. It's a little pinker than this one here, but everything in this range is kind of really up my alley. Today, as I'm filming this, it's fountain pen day, and I had a whole crisis about several red pens, including the Pelikan M600 and Red Tortoise, which I could not decide if I wanted, and I had to have a whole crew of people talk me through it. Cabernet on the Lake. Yeah. Yes, please. To everything. To the ink, to the idea, to the whole lifestyle. I am here for it. Let's pull out the Benu. Yeah. It's a little pinker, but like, yes. I'm gonna have to get that. What's in here right now? And am I tired of it yet? Yeah. I'm ready to swap those. Ready. All right. Okay, let me get my swatch book out and we can make some color comparisons. Also, Karyna, 10 out of 10. Knocked it out of the park. Big fan. I hope you like the inks I got you, and by got I mean mixed for you, as much as I like these. So she put colors that are like super me. I did ask her what kinds of colors she wanted, and she was looking to be a little stretched, so like a coral orange kind of color. I mean, no spoilers. She asked for some colors she doesn't usually use, so hopefully she likes them, but like they aren't quite up the middle Karyna colors the way that these are Killer Katie colors. Where are my pinks? Pinks, does anyone else have a lot of trouble organizing pinks in the color wheel? Here we are. So it doesn't really look like any of these, if you're curious. My own camera, only kind of. So I'll have to add these to my swatches. But it's much bluer than this Yosaka Ceramics one. It's not too far from this one, the Rose Quartz. I would say is the closest of what I have, though this is the Colorverse Miss Baker. But I would say it's a little bluer still than that, and maybe lighter. Hard to say. And then while we're here, let's look at Cabernet on the Lake. My first instinct was that it was going to be like this diamond mulled wine. This one doesn't have any shimmer in it. I think it's pretty close. Do I have a lighter thinner writing sample of that? I don't. It looks like this one is maybe a little lighter than the Cabernet, and none of this beautiful rose gold sparkle. In terms of greens, I don't have as many greens as you'd think. I would for how much I love them. I have a tendency to like mix colors to get like just the right green, but they're adding up. So the olive swirl, my closest one is Muddy Bucket, which is, side note, one of my very favorite colors at the moment. I have it inked in an architect nib, and it just brings me all kinds of joy. This one is yellower than the olive green and a little more saturated. The olive green is a little more desaturated. Autumn Forest, I'm pretty sure I don't have anything really like. No, I mean, it's less blue than Troublemaker Sea Glass. Maybe it's in the same family as this Arugula, but that's gone now. I still think this is bluer, and then obviously it doesn't have the shimmer in it. In terms of Majestic Maple, I definitely don't have anything with the shimmer. I have one color in that kind of family, this Ink Institute Moonshine, but all of these are pinker than Majestic Maple is. Even the Moonshine has like a little pink or orange or whatever that's not quite in this color here. And the Hampton Harbor Sage, I don't think I have anything similar to. Colorverse, December 7th, 1786 is my closest, but even then, that's not that close. I mean, this one is called Soft Mint. This page is not going to show up well on camera. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. The closest one is this Colorverse one, but they're not that close. This one is greener. Pretty significantly greener than this one is. So that is the extent of our wonderful swap. Karyna, thank you so much. I had just an absolute delight making your box and receiving my box. In the past, we've had the rule of not buying anything, and I don't know that I believe you on this one. We haven't restated the rule this time, but I'm not going to complain because everything was lovely. So if you want to see her video of what I sent her, check out the link for that on her channel, and go off and do some happy mail with some friends of yours. It's just so much fun. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.